And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's the Sacramento Kings taking on the New Jersey Nets. So with Rose on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Paul George is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Rodman. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Leonard, no luck.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Frazier with it. Leonard picks him up. A shot by Frazier, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
No good from LeBron.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Over Wembanyama. And again, no good by New Jersey.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
George, no good. Pass to Anthony. McGrady outside. Buries the long-range jumper.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Frazier against James. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. George against Kobe. George. The rebound by the Nets.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now Leonard. After the missed 3 by Carmelo. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. McGrady kicks to Anthony. Good, and it's McGrady who picks up the assist.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. Wembanyama passes to George. Leonard with the ball. Launches it. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, Leonard, very effective from downtown. That wasn't always the case. He's really worked to become a laser from 3.
Tracy McGrady on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Outside, Kobe. Rodman with the block. Outside, Leonard. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. From deep, James. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Off the catch, LeBron not lacking confidence or hesitating.
And here are the Nets. Outside, Kobe. Frazier with a screen on George. And it's Bryant missing. And so James will bring it up for Sacramento. From the arc. Dikembe Mutombo grabs the rebound. Outside, Kobe. Ring shot on the way. Count that one.
Yeah, you know, we know this about Frazier. Tremendously creative, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
Outside, Leonard. Now James. Wembanyama, a screen on Frazier. To the middle. Wembanyama, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Kobe. It's hauled in by the Kings. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
That's good from George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Rose, he's checked in for Sacramento. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Down low. And Kobe throws it down.
Watch out now. Bryant loves to attack the rack like that, throwing it down.
Outside Rose. James sets the screen for Rose. Sacramento again missing. The Nets with the lead. Daniels passes to Kobe. Here's Kirilenko. Bangs home the trifecta.
Really like the pass from Mourning right there. I mean, this is what being a team player is all about.
And here are the Kings now. Pass to Leonard. Sacramento moving it around. And George kicks to Leonard. Takes the three. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Mourning. Wembanyama passes to George. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama sets a screen for George. A three from Leonard finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Mourning a screen on George. Bryant dishes to Mourning. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Rose. Still scoreless. Rodman sets the screen for Rose. And Mourning sends it back. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Jersey.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the group that Byron Scott has on the floor. Oh, watch out for Wembanyama!
The perfect lob partner, Wembanyama, with elite hand-eye coordination.
Pass to Mutombo. George against Kobe. And here's Anthony for three. And the three ball is good. Anthony's got 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rose passes to George. Leonard kicks to Rodman. Here's George. Left side Rose. Pass to Wembanyama. Mutombo is a nice D. New Jersey leading by 3. Here's McGrady. Off target from outside.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Rose. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for New Jersey. And here's Kobe for 3. No good that time. The Kings trail by 3. Leonard looking around. Wembanyama sets a screen for Leonard, and it's good. 2 points. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Frazier outside. Pass to McGrady. Mutombo is screen on Leonard. Anthony in the corner. Three-pointer. Back to McGrady. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. 6 points for him.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And the Kings making a change here. James is checked in. Outside, George. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
The Kings trail by 4. Wembanyama finds James. Takes a 3. New Jersey with the rebound. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama.
Timeout.
That's his first foul. And the Nets decide to take their first timeout here. Clyde Drexler's checked in for Sacramento. Outside Anthony. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Kobe. Rebounded by Drexler. The Kings trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Kobe. Shot clock at 5. Leonard dishes to Drexler. Over McGrady. Drexler's shot is off.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Frazier the pass to McGrady. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler. New Jersey shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, McGrady.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
Sacramento making a switch here. Love's checked in. He's off on the second.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Kobe with the steal. Here's the lob to the hoop. Deflects the pass. Wembanyama outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
So New Jersey ends up going with a whole new group. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Nets leading by 4. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You see it less often, but make no mistake now, given the opportunity, the beard can still throw it down on your head.
Pass to Drexler. Back to LeBron. Shoots it up. The basket good off the assist from Drexler. LeBron's got 5 points so far. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the New Jersey Nets. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. James wide open. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, the scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Archibald. And good that time. And the Nets lead by 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Not the guy you want to give 3-point opportunities to. LeBron doesn't hesitate to take these shots and knock them down.
Warning a screen on LeBron. And the rejection by Wembanyama. James kicks to Love. Fires the 3. James, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Archibald passes to Karolinko. And that one, good. He's got 5.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Wembanyama. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Drexler kicks to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Wembanyama, a screen. And it's Leonard missing. Here's Harrison. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
The shot, no good. And so it's New Jersey, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. First game of the series, off to a good start.
Gotta appreciate the way they're moving the ball. The offense is flowing like my rap game. When you bring the right beat, you know my name.
You know what? It is a debate. Were you a better rapper or you a better DJ as you are today?
Now that's me, Kenny, DJ EJ. Looking at the series breakdown for New Jersey. Guys, how important is the first game of a series? And that's a halftime wrap.
And we welcome you back to 2K Sports coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. You look at James, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So with Love on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Dennis Rodman. Then it's Paul George. Then it's James. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
And when Mutombo is forcing the issue, it puts defenders in a bind, which is why you have to foul him there.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. The free throw drops for Mutombo.
And Mutombo, a defensive force, a long, intelligent player who plays well on both ends of the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Kings trail by 9. James, the bounce pass. And George kicks to Leonard. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
Claude getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
And the Nets with possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
LeBron outside. Lots of room. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 10 points for LeBron.
George continuing to become a better passer. That's one area that's clearly improved over his career.
And here's Frazier. Hasn't made one yet. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 7.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Wembanyama with it. Now McGrady defending. Leonard the pass to George. Driving in. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
New Jersey leading by 5. Outside Anthony. Mutombo sets a screen. And the Nets, another 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Kobe. For 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Rodman's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, James.
And James considered a franchise talent without question. This guy is the complete package.
And James drills them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. McGrady dishes to Frazier. The 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's James. Rebounded by the Nets. Kobe's got 5 rebounds tonight. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Mutombo is screen on George. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. Now a timeout called by New Jersey. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Five on the clock. Throws it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Wembanyama looking it over. From the corner. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
For three, Kobe. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Pass to Love from outside the arc. The basket good off the assist from Drexler. Now just a 3-point Nets lead. Outside Anthony. Here's the screen from past the arc. The rebound by James. LeBron's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Wembanyama down low. He's covered by Daniels. And the shot is good.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Frazier. No scoring in this one. Drills it from outside.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Timeout called by the Kings. Artest. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And so James will bring it up for the Kings, trailing by 4. Love with the screen for LeBron. Off target with his 3.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Pass to Harden. Fires the 3. And the Nets, another 3.
You know, he does so many things well, James Harden. It's easy to forget that he's top 3 all time in most three-pointers made.
Now here's LeBron. 12 points for him. Wembanyama passes to Artest. Drexler with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clyde Drexler getting jiggy with it. Nice little move that time, baiting the defender in tight and drawing the foul.
Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for the Kings. Rose comes in for LeBron.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Artest. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Harden with it. From deep three-point land. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front. They lead by a... We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Nets with the lead. So with Harden on the bench, here's the group that Byron Scott has on the floor. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Anthony. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Daniels. And it's Bryant in a shooting guard. Drexler. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Drexler scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Love. It's rebounded by Bryant. Kobe's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Anthony. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Anthony. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Rose. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Boy, you look at Rose, and you just love the imagination he brings to his offensive game. You know, this guy's constantly pushing the boundaries of his basketball ability.
Oh, and the jam by Kobe.
Bryant able to elevate and levitate once he takes flight. Just enjoy the show, folks.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Rose. Timeout, Sacramento. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
Tumbo, he's checked in for the Nets. McGrady comes in for Andre Kirilenko. And then for Sacramento, Victor Wembanyama comes in for Rodman. And James subbed in for Derrick Rose. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During that last break, I heard what Rick Adelman was telling his team. Now, coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Wembanyama, a screen on Anthony. James cooking from deep.
LeBron won't hesitate if he finds a spot he likes behind the arc.
Frazier dishes to Mutombo. Good ball movement here by New Jersey. Here's McGrady. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Nets lead by 4. James against Frazier. The tray. And it's LeBron missing.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
A shot by McGrady, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
James against Frazier. It's stolen by Frazier. Drops in the breakaway layup. Frazier's got his first points of the night.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And it's sent back by Mutombo. Kobe passes to Frazier. Now McGrady, defended by Wembanyama. The shot by McGrady, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Drexler. Nice D from Frazier. New Jersey leading by 6. McGrady kicks to Frazier. Back to McGrady. It's hauled in by Artest. McGrady's gone just 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Here's LeBron. James jackhammers it down.
There was no doubt about who they were going to on that one. Of course not. LeBron coming through.
McGrady outside. That 3 off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Bryant looking over the floor. Down it goes! Bryant with the slam!
Look at how fired up Bryant is. Determined to score for sure.
Sacramento making some changes. Rodman, he's checked in for Love. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Artest. And George is subbed in for Drexler. Here's George. Wembanyama, a screen on Bryant. And Wembanyama with the flush.
And how about the young fella, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
George against Bryant. Frazier outside. Mutombo is screen on James. Here he goes. A shot by Frazier, no good. The Kings trailing. Outside Leonard. James outside. Fades and shoots. It's good from beyond the arc.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Kobe, that's for 2. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
Well, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. The next call time. Got a piece of it. Frazier the pass to Anthony. Here's Bryant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the D.
And so he makes both from the line.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
It's stolen by Frazier. And now New Jersey on the break. Yes!
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
Timeout, Sacramento. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
James, the pass to Rodman. A putback. And so the ball out of bounds. Rodman touched it last.
A huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
So it's New Jersey now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
James finds Wembanyama. A 3 from Leonard. He's off from 3. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so it's New Jersey who scraped by with the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. It's the Orlando Magic facing the Golden State Warriors. And the starting lineup for the Magic. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's O'Neal in at the center position. Here's Robertson. 5 to shoot. Over Gilgeous-Alexander.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up.
To the paint. Here's Howard. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Yes, Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Durant. Orlando making their last shot. Count it.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Orlando with the ball. Here's Wade. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just over a minute and a half in. There's the block. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's Wade. Hammers it down. Goes coast to coast.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Durant. From the wing, Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And it's rejected. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. 6 to shoot. Hill finds Towns. Here's Robertson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Durant. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Pass to Robertson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Garnett. Over Towns. Garnett no good. Magic leading by 5. Here's Robertson. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Wade. Butler covering. Towns, a screen on Butler. Wade. The jumper from the wing, off target.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. To the middle. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And the Warriors call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hill. Here's McAdoo. Wallace outside. Shoots over Brown. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's Orlando. A big stretch here going. 10-2. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. Wade misses. Warriors trail by 7. For 3, Allen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Wade. Allen defending. And the Magic making a change here. A minute 22 left to play in the first. Here's Wade. Back to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Here's Hill. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's McAdoo. Pass to Nash. There's the 3. Fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Magic leading by 4. Banchero outside. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Basket counts.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Allen outside. Pass to Nash. Here's McAdoo. Wallace outside. For 3, Allen. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
From deep, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Lucas. And so it's Orlando leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing in. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
They've got Devin Booker, and it's Garnett in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Golden State. On the wing, Mitchell. No points so far. Lots of room. The shot off that time.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Orlando leading. Now Brown. Inside. Here's Yao. It's hauled in by Garnett.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Banchero.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And the Warriors make some changes. Howard comes in for Jordan. And it's Allen in for Booker. Towns, he's checked in for Orlando. That one drops. He ties it up. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Towns. Back to Mitchell. Banchero the screen. Hill for 3. It's hauled in by Garnett. Garnett's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wallace. And the three-pointer goes. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Orlando calls timeout. Wade, he's checked in for Orlando. Now here's Towns. Pass to Mitchell. On the wing, Wade. Allen defending. Clock at 6. Wade misses. The Warriors lead by 3. Here's Garnett. Here's Nash. Checked by Mitchell. Here's Nash. There's the screen. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Nash misses. Pass to Banchero. It's good from about 19 feet.
assertive offense from Banchero. It's good that he isn't shy about working for his looks.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. And the Warriors making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And here are the Warriors now. They're on a 10-2 run here. And here's Howard. Wallace outside. Here's Garnett over Banchero. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Wade. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hill. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside Butler. Here's Garnett. Guarded by Banchero. Garnett no good. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. Shot from 12. The rebound by McAdoo. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lets it go from deep. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Wallace. Magic trail by 4. Here's Robertson on the wing. Wade. Pass to Robertson. This one for 3. He drops it from range. Robertson's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Durant finds Butler. From the low block. Pass to Garnett. Outside Durant. From downtown. Towns with a rebound. Nash passes to Butler. Now Durant puts up a 3. Dives for it. And they get it back. Here's Garnett. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Here's Towns, bearing his second of 3 attempts. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Orlando making some changes. O'Neal, he's checked in for Banchero, and it's Hill in for Jaylen Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Butler. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Hill. Durant's shot is off.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
High arcing shot. Blocked! And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Just 5 on the clock.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Here's McAdoo. Butler surveying the floor. He hits the back iron and sinks it. And the Warriors lead by 1. Here's Robertson from deep three-point range. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Warriors ahead, up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Welcome, everybody.
In a tight game like this, free throws could be the difference. It would help if they could get some freebies.
Is that how you saw it when looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors? Guys, how important is the first game of a series? And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. The Warriors leading. On the court for Orlando, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Wade in at the two-guard spot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. A big triple, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls, Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Here's Wade. Butler covering. Wade, the pass to Hill. Screen by O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. And Hill hits from deep. Hill's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Outside Durant. For 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside, Hill. Pass to Wade. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Butler. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. They lead by 1. Now here's Howard. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Orlando calls timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
On defense, the Warriors. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. The Warriors lead by 3. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. Orlando with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 points in the game. Fires the 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. O'Neal with it. Durant covering. O'Neal passes to Hill. Here's Wade. Here's the teardrop. Ooh, Howard with a block. Outside Butler. The kick to Durant from outside the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Even with a big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him. Nice feed inside, saw the play develop, and hit him right when he needed to.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
And the Magic making a change here. Banchero's checked in. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Lucas, guarded by Banchero. Pass to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Wade. Butler covering. Here's Robertson. And here's O'Neal. The kick out to Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Outside Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. Orlando leading. Here's Wade. 1:31 left to play in the third quarter here. Screen by O'Neal. Hill for 3. And that one is stuffed right through.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded closely. Pass to McAdoo. For 3, Durant. Orlando with the rebound. O'Neal's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Hill. And he bangs it home with one hand.
With power. That's how you do it, big fella.
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 7. Pulls up, high post. The rebound by Robertson.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
15 seconds left in the third. Here's Wade. Pass to O'Neal. The baseline J is off the mark. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Orlando ahead. They lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. They've got DeAndre Jordan, and it's Lucas in at the 4-man position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Left side, Booker. Pass to Nash. Jordan with a screen on Mitchell. Nash. And it's off from 3-point range.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Towns outside. Jordan against Brown. Wallace pulls it in. Warriors trail by 7. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside Booker. The teardrop. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And Booker is so active on offense, which really forces the D to act with aggression at times.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Both free throws good from Booker.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Magic leading by 5. Now Mitchell. Pass to Wade. Beyond the arc. The rebound by McAdoo. McAdoo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And he's going for the lob. Durant with it. Nifty move. Durant earning those 2 points.
Oh, that's cute. You think you can play tough, physical D, but that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on.
Mitchell, the pass to Brown. Pass to Wade. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he makes the first. O'Neal, he's checked in for Orlando. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside, SGA.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
It's Brown on the wing. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. 6 on the shot clock. The shot no good. Howard with some nice D. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Allen. Outside Durant. Now here is Howard. Checked by Mitchell. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander hits the 3-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
Here's Wade. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Brown. Ooh, Howard with a block. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Got a hand on it. On the wing, Wade. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The game of Mitchell is more about putting up points, but Donovan can dish too.
Warriors call timeout.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Butler's checked in for the Warriors. The Magic making a switch here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to find out what the Warriors coach was going over with his guys. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Allie, thank you. Durant finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots from the right block. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Robertson. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And count it. Now 5 for 7. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th. Over Towns. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
To the inside. Here's O'Neal. Oh, rejected by Howard. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:07 left to play in the 4th quarter. Butler passes to Gilgeous-Alexander.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Loads it up. Money.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch. Great flush. 51 seconds left to play in the fourth. And here's Butler. Down low. Here's Howard. Goes back up. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound, and he commits the intentional foul. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. They double him with Butler. Wade, the pass to O'Neal. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter here, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Warriors call time here. 16 seconds left in the final quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws good, and it's a 9-point game here.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
So it's Orlando picking up the win. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals.
The Western Conference.
Here we go.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. Malone is out there with Carter. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Kuzi in at the 1 spot. Chamberlain with a screen on Thompson. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And it falls over the rim and in.
But you use your man as a shield to find a little daylight. Luka's so good in the pick-and-roll game.
Here's Kuzi. Chamberlain with the block. Davis with it. Picked up by Thompson. Davis surveying the floor. The kick out to Havlicek. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kuzi. And it's Luka with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Beyond the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 5.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Here's Kuzi. Pass to Thompson from deep. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lets it fly from 18. Olajuwon with the rebound. Here's Carter. Here's Malone. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Thompson against Doncic. Puts up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Malone, the pass to Olajuwon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Doncic outside. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Kuzi. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Olajuwon missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Chamberlain. Outside for Davis. There's the triple. They get it back. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That is his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Boston making some changes. Wilkins comes in for Doncic. And it's Stockton in for Gary Payton. Now here's Stockton. No good on the quick 3. Pass to Thompson. Here's the 3. Connects from three-point range.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
Stockton the pass to Chamberlain. On the wing, Havlicek. And here is Wilkins. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, good D by Thompson. Here's Kuzi. Still yet to score. Olajuwon. Pass to Kuzi. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Havlicek with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Spurs trail by 3. And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Wilkins outside. Chamberlain with it. To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Parrish. Gilmore, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, and the length of Stojakovic causes problems for the defense. He's excellent at forcing the issue and getting you to foul it.
And both free throws good from Stojakovic.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Stockton the bounce pass. Here's Gilmore. Pass to Chamberlain. Pierce with it. Just 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Price kicks to Parrish. Nowitzki right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, given how accomplished Nowitzki is from right there, you can't blame the defense for being aggressive. Ultimately, though, that wisely goes right through the contact.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Chamberlain. Now Wilkins. 26 seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Chamberlain. For 3, Pierce. Rejected by Nowitzki.
Just great anticipation from Dirk, playing his cards right on the defensive end, comes through with the rejection. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Price outside. Pass to Nowitzki. That's good, and it's Price with the assist.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Spurs lead by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinals. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Carter. Malone is out there with Olajuwon. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Kuzi in at the point.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
His contemporaries will say this. Klay Thompson's shooting stroke is as pure as it gets.
Gary Payton, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by the Spurs. Thompson outside. It's taken away by Payton. 4-on-3 break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Thompson.
You know, we don't talk about defense a ton, especially with guards. But Gary Payton, he can change a game with his D.
The Celtics making a switch here. Havlicek is checked in. San Antonio leading. Thompson outside. Havlicek against Carter. Malone outside. Clock at 6. Thompson for the triple. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Davis inside, and they double up Davis. Here's Havlicek, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Havlicek's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And now, let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Anthony Davis is second.
And guys, that shooting percentage of his has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. He has been completely locked in.
Thompson passes to Kuzi. Thompson looking for an opening. The 3. Austin grabs the miss. Davis kicks to Payton. Havlicek, the pass to Gilmore. Here's Davis. Rebound, San Antonio. Olajuwon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Kuzi. Now, here is Olajuwon. Thompson for 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Davis sets a screen. Havlicek. A 3-pointer, no good. The Spurs have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. To the inside. Here's Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
I love watching Malone just use that strength. He's so good at just kind of burrowing his way inside and then finishing above the rim.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Stockton's checked in for Payton. Robert Parrish is checked in for the Spurs. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Doncic kicks to Stockton. Lets it go with a 3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Stockton. Doncic has got 11.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
Malone, a screen on Havlicek. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Mark Price, he's checked in for San Antonio. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Thompson with the bucket.
I don't think there's any such thing as too deep a shot for Klay Thompson. His range extends way beyond that stripe.
Pass to Gilmore. Here's Davis. On the wing, Doncic. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Just another ho-hum, brilliant offensive performance from Luka Doncic.
Carter finds Price. Malone sets the pick for Price. Back to Carter. 5 to shoot. On the wing. Rebound by the Celtics.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And stolen by Malone. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Parrish. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Parrish has got his first points of the game.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Doncic outside. Price trying to free himself up. They retain possession. Here's Carter. Takes it inside.
And so tenacious on the attack. I love seeing Carter go all the way on that one.
Havlicek outside. Pass to Doncic. Over Thompson. Second chance shot. Shot's good by Gilmore. Gilmore's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
For 3, Price. Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got his 4th rebound in this one. Davis, the pass to Havlicek. And it goes down 2 points.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Chamberlain's checked in for the Celtics. Payton comes in for John Stockton. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Reed is checked in for Perry. Walton comes in for Malone. Nowitzki's checked in for Vince Carter. And Stojakovic is subbed in for Klay Thompson.
Well, I'll tell you this, if Dirk is free at the rim, you expect the throwdown. Love seeing the big man get up.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 13. Chamberlain with a screen on Stojakovic. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Boston on top, leading by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Boston Celtics.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2 right now. They wanted more.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
Spurs trail by 3. Chamberlain is out there with Davis. Then there's Havlicek. Then it's Gary Payton. And it's Doncic in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. Boston shooting at 36% in the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got his 6th rebound on the night. Fade away. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Offensive rebound. Launches a 3. That shot, no good.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. You take a look at Malone, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Those two have been really aggressive in the paint so far this postseason. They've provided the kind of rebounding you need in this atmosphere.
No good on the free throw.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
And the second free throw, good. And the Celtics with possession here. A 2-point game. Davis with a screen on Thompson. Inside. San Antonio with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For the 3. San Antonio again missing.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Thompson outside. Here's Kuzic. He has yet to score. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Payton looking it over. Davis sets a screen. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Kuzic. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Chamberlain. It's good. This game is all even. Olajuwon's got his first 2 points.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there. Almost automatic.
Doncic passes to Chamberlain. Back to Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Yeah, an offensive player like Luka expects the contact. He's anticipating it, so it doesn't bother him. That's a big-time finish.
Pass to Olajuwon. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. And here is Payton. Doncic outside. Chamberlain a screen. Shoots the 3. The triple! Doncic!
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Thompson outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Timeout. Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. A different look now for San Antonio. Reed comes in for Olajuwon. And Walton subbed in for Karl Malone. Wilkins kicks to Payton. Wilkins setting the pick for Payton. Up top, Havlicek. High post shot. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Havlicek's got 8.
And, guys, you got to know who you're guarding. You got to run the shooter off that sweet spot. And for Havlicek, that's anything in the mid-range area.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
This one for 3. And that's collected by Bill Walton.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And it's Carter missing.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Wilkins kicks to Havlicek. Shot clock at 6. Over Carter. Havlicek outside. It's good from long range. Havlicek's got the lead up to 6 now for Boston.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
And the dunk by Reed.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Kuzi. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
Wilkins wide open, and he fires. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 4. Carter for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got his second bucket tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Davis. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Spurs.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Kuzi passes to Thompson. A miss that time would have put him up.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. That's good from Havlicek.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Chamberlain's checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Stockton in for Payton. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Price outside. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Boston leading by 3. Stockton looking around. Pass to Gilmore. To the inside. Great D that time from Walton. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtics lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Let's play even smarter and make sure we play harder than them. Let's go. Step out. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Mentally, physically, Greg Popovich wants each guy to try and elevate his game.
Yeah, a lot of that starts on the defensive end. That's where the tone is set. It literally ripples through everything else they do.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Malone on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Walton. Price is out there. Stojakovic. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Olajuwon in the center position. Nowitzki's shot's good.
There's no slowing Dirk down at this point. When he gets positioned down low, it's over.
Pass to Gilmore. And here is Doncic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Walton with the ball. Wilkins picks him up. Price outside. Outside Stojakovic. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. Price has got 3 assists in the game. Wilkins outside. Stockton outside. The 3 for Doncic. And the answer from Luka.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Boston making some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Chamberlain, and it's Havlicek in for Wilkins. The Spurs also with the sub. Malone's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. They have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. The 3 for Doncic. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now, here's Olajuwon. Started closer. Pass to Malone. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Davis, the pass to Doncic. Davis setting the pick for Doncic. Davis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Davis has got the lead up to 7 now for Boston.
Just beating everybody to the board, using his length, his skill set. The big fella Davis getting it done.
Nice passes to Stojakovic. Nowitzki is screened. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Stojakovic missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Celtics. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now Price. Malone against Davis. Here's Olajuwon. And Boston with the rebound. Gilmore's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Havlicek. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 9. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Olajuwon. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stockton kicks to Doncic. Here's Havlicek. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Stockton outside. Pass to Havlicek. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Doncic with it. Fires from deep. Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stojakovic the pass to Nowitzki. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Stockton. Havlicek outside. There's the 3. Boston, no good that time either.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Nowitzki outside. Pass to Malone. Now here's Price to end the drought. Good, and it's Malone picking up the assist.
And with Price, you know, you not only get the range, you get the consistency. One of the league's most accurate shooters.
From downtown, the rebound by Malone.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Chamberlain's checked in for the Celtics. Payton comes in for John Stockton. 41 seconds left in the fourth. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And it's Davis missing. And the Spurs with possession. They trail by 6. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 7. Guys, what's your take?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. Hey, all right, David, thank you. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference semifinals. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. It's the Miami Heat facing the New York Knicks. So a look at our starters for the Heat. And it's Maravich in at the shooting guard position. Here's Maravich. There's the drive, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he drops it first. So he gets them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Malone. Knocked away. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
This is how you execute in transition, getting all the way to the cup.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Here's Pippen. The 3. It's hauled in by Eaton. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Barry. Here's Shays. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. From the arc. Barry misses.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Pippen drops in the 3. Pippen's got 5 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Chase. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. He's got 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Eaton. Here's Kidd. Pass to Shays. Here's Maravich. Deflected. Here's Pippen. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. Here's Kidd. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Maravich, the pass to Kidd. To the right side. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Antetokounmpo. Barry pulls it in.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Kidd. It's rebounded by New York. Ewing's got 4 rebounds in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to West. Clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Miami trailing. Here's Maravich. They set the pick. 4-3. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Ewing's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Malone. And there's the rejection. Here's Pippen. Second chance effort. Can't get it to go. He's made 3. He's missed 3 so far. Let's go with a 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A new lineup here for New York. .133 left in the first quarter here. Here's Paul. Soft touch off the glass.
CP3 using his quickness there. Doesn't have the size, but we know he's got the will.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Pettit. The 3 ball. The Knicks with the rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Dumars. Outside Paul. Over Ball. And it's New York with another.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Ball passes to Mullen. Here's Pettit. Pulls it from 20. It's hauled in by Thurman. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Baylor. It's hauled in by Pettit.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
17 seconds left in the opening quarter. Eden passes to Mullen. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. Good on both. 9 seconds left in the first. Paul looking it over. Here he goes. An easy 2 on the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's the Knicks up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
On the court for Miami here in the second. And it's Shays in at the 4. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Ewing. Here's Malone. He's scoreless. Here's Pippen. Sinks it from distance.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Kidd. From the line, and the shot goes.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Malone. Here's Ewing. Blocked. Here's Barry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Shays. Can't tie it up. That one misses. The Knicks with the lead. Inside, here's Ewing. It's hauled in by Eaton. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game.
And the ball out of play. The Knicks will have it. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so it's New York with it. Antetokounmpo, left side. Rebound Miami. Eaton's got 4 rebounds now. And so here is Miami. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Maravich. Pass to Kidd. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Eaton. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Antetokounmpo, right side. And he dunks it down.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Heat trail by 4. Pass to Shays. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Kidd. Knocks down the long J. Kidd's got 5 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Pippen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
Pass to Maravich. There's a screen. A deep 3. It's rebounded by New York. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Malone. No made baskets yet. That one falls.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Heat trail by 3. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Ball left side. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. A minute 58 left in the first half. Here's Sharman to the paint. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Eaton. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Knicks leading by 3. Pass to Dumars. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Dumars has got his first 2 points.
That's what Paul does best, giving his man a great scoring opportunity.
Ball against Paul. And again, no good by Miami.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to McHale. Here's Baylor. Outside Paul. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
6 to shoot. Here's Sharman. Miami, no good that time either. Now the Knicks with it. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Paul. There's a screen. The three is up. It's hauled in by Pettit. Heat trail by 7. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Sharman. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's New York closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They want to lean on that perimeter game. I get that. But being one-dimensional, guys, look, it just makes it too easy to guard.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Heat trail by 7. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Malone in at the 4 spot. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Kidd with the bucket.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Pass to Malone. To the inside. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Heat. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Here's West. They set the pick. Here's Malone. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Ewing. Rebound Miami. Eden's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Miami trailing. Pass to Kidd. Here's Shays. He's got 12. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Here's West. And it's Shays with a rebound. And it's Miami's ball. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Maravich. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Rebound Miami.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Kidd, the pass to Maravich. To the paint. Here's Eden. Miami, no good that time either.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Antetokounmpo inside. Still without a bucket.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Pass to Barry. Here's Maravich for the lead. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Pippen. He's got 10. Count it. Pippen's got 12 points.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Shays passes to Kidd. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. From deep. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Pass to Ewing. Antetokounmpo outside. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Heat trail by 3. Here's Maravich. Pass to Kidd for the tie. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's West. And it's Shays with a rebound. Shays has got 4 rebounds now. From deep three-point land. Maravich with the bucket. He's got 5.
Oh, nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Miami making a switch here. A minute 37 left in the third. Here's Thurman. Still no points. Back to Paul. To the middle. Intercepted. For the lead. Maravich, no good. Here's Dumars. Pass to McHale. Outside Paul. 5 on the clock. Inside. And a two-handed jam!
And some vintage CP3 there. Playing smart is a big part of it, folks.
55 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Maravich. 5 points in the game. Here's the pick. Here's Kidd. From down in the low post, it goes. Kidd's got 10.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's a 3 from Paul. Rebound by the Heat. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kidd. Here's Cowens. For the lead. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Heat lead by 2.
And you see the confidence, not shy at all about rising up from mid-range.
Here's Dumars. And no good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Miami out in front. They lead by a bucket. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next. And we take a listen in now to Tom Tip.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score.
And time for us to get back into it here in game 1. Setting the floor for the Heat. We've got Ball, and it's Barry in at the small forward position. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Ball. Ball passes to Antetokounmpo. Not going to go that time. Antetokounmpo's gotten just 1 of his 6 shots to fall here. Here's Ball. Here's Pettit. Offline with a 3.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Paul against Ball. Pass to Camby. Paul with it. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And just too good getting around the defender, as Paul is such a savvy player.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The three from Ball. Rebounded by Pippen. Pass to Malone. And there's a pick. Over to the wing. Here's a three from Paul. It's hauled in by the Heat. Eden's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Barry. Ball outside. Three-pointer. Again, the Heat misses.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Antetokounmpo finds Paul. Here's Pippen. Pass to Malone. Here's Pippen to take the lead. Yes! He nails it! And the Knicks lead by 2.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
The Heat making a switch here, and let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Launches it, drills it from deep.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Pass to Malone. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Malone's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Out to the wing. It's tipped. Driving to the basket. Here's Ewing. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Maravich. The Knicks with the rebound. Here's Pippen. That one's good for 2. And now a 3-point New York lead.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Shays. Unloads. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's West. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 3 assists tonight. Heat trail by 3. Here's Kidd. Pass to Shays. We've got 1:48 left to play in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Ewing. Barry pulls it in. Barry's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Maravich. With the teardrop. The Knicks pull it in. Ewing's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to West. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Knicks lead by 4.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Kidd. Here's Barry. Clock at 4. Here's Kidd. Here's Maravich. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
He gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal. Man, good whistle there.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Pass to Kidd. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And the second of 2 is good. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Miami calls timeout. They're down by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Rejected by Antetokounmpo. The shot by Kidd, no good. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he's unable to get the second one. Here's Maravich. Oh, gets the 3 to fall. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. That's tipped. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
Time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce,